Thank you, Sean. So, Sean, there's this new thing called Helium that came to Up to Give, and everybody has questions about it. Would you mind enlightening the audience as to exactly why they should be excited about Helium?
I think we need to go over the whole story maybe a little bit from what the real whole opportunity is and what the objective is. And then if you don't mind, after that, Chris, would it be okay if I spotlight focus on the three latest products? Because there's really so much more coming than even those, but really just to give everybody a clear view of where we're as a company, how this came about, so they have a way to piece it together in their mind. And because here's the truth. At the end of the day, companies and things are not important to people. They're certainly not me. It's kind of like money. You don't really worry about it till you run out, and then it's like an issue. So let's make sure that people understand what problem we're solving and why this is a benefit to them and why right now taking action today is the most important thing. So if you'd allow me that opportunity, would that be okay if I just went along that way so we could do that? Would it be okay with you?
You know what, Sean? I would actually love that because the thing that happens most of the time, as you well know, is everybody hears one word, and that word lately has been helium. But I don't think everybody
It's true.
do
Sorry.
that. So please, by all means, if you would.
Well, I really appreciate that. So we are recording now so that we make sure everybody has it. So I hope this is being recorded for everybody because
Yes,
it's
sir.
really important. I want people to really understand, and I want us to be able to communicate to people because unfortunately in life, I'll try to be slow and emphasize and try not to giggle too much through my excitement. So I appreciate the latitude for everybody not getting mad if I chuckle too much because of my excitement. But the truth is, people sometimes they hear what we say, but they're not actually hearing in their mind what we're saying. So I'm going to try to be very clear and paint pictures that will kind of put that together for them when we're done. So anyway, let's get started. Right now, we are creating the final solution, which is the fourth part, the last part of what we were doing at Up to Give. Now, Up to Give was really the idea that Jerry had about building a philanthropical business called Up to Give that put together a giving box that would work like GoFundMe, for example, but on a person-to-person basis instead of a corporate basis. Now, when we were building this out, we started in December and through now, but we had to go through like 5 versions to get it actually working incredibly well. Now, we've done a total of 60,000 people to get that done. Now, 60,000 people haven't stayed with us because, unfortunately, there's people that come and go, and they're here just for the money and not really about helping people. So I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the reason I bring that part of it up is so that people understand something. And here's that. When we built out that software, it was never created ever before. So it's a one-off, one-of-a-kind that is ours. Nobody else has it, and nobody else actually knows how to actually make it work, but we do. And the idea behind the giving box, which is really important for people to understand, is it allows people to give to people. It allows me to attach anybody's ability to need. Maybe the house had a problem from a storm, or maybe the car broke down, or maybe they just don't have enough money coming in to pay their bills, or maybe the car broke down, or they got to get the kids a new car for school. Whatever problem that's having in their lives, it was designed so that we could attach people from around the globe and their causes to share with each other to make it work. So I'm very glad that that portion of our business is finally up and running and really starting to work. And that's a great thing. The second thing that we were doing when we put all of this together is we wanted to create a banking situation. And we ended up partnering with a company called Ulala. Now, at first, I have to tell you, we didn't partner with Ulala. We had to go look for other banking circumstances. So let me give you an example. In the new world of banking, we wanted to make sure that we had a cryptocurrency blockchain issue that would safely take people's cryptocurrencies, the top 5, hold it in their wallet without fear somebody's going to run off with it, but yet have it readily available so when they do need it to buy their groceries, put gas in their car, pay their house payments, whatever it is they could do. They had an access point that was more convenient in a timely manner that allowed them to live their life without being some sort of blockchain expert. Now, here's what happened. Our company that we partnered with, Ooh La La, helped us to finally finish that, and now they have put that together. But here's what makes our Ooh La La partnership even more incredible. They have the only 3 patents on planet Earth to bank the unbanked. So what we're doing here is we're literally helping people to get banking. And on that banking, it does several things. The first thing it does is it can get somebody that doesn't have ability to get a bank account to get a bank account. It helps people to get credit that couldn't get credit, and it's based on deposit history, not on purchase history or credit history because they've already been in the system. It helps them to create that credit rating because of the deposit history. And because of that, we can issue them micro loans based on that deposit history. So now we can actually take anybody in any country, doesn't matter what part of the world they're in, and we can actually get them banking from simply downloading an app. This is incredible. So what Ooh La La has put together has changed banking forever. And we have the fortunate opportunity to have partnered with them here at Ooh La La, along with a crypto side that allows us to be able to buy and sell our cryptocurrencies, put it into a fiat currency in your current home country, allow you to get credit, allow you to be able to purchase stuff, and allow you to start participating in the world. One of the next things that was very important as one of our pillars that we wanted to create is the biggest thing that we need to do to help people in the world to change their current situation is to be able to change their ability to communicate. How they can do that? Can they get training? So we have a way for them to get soft skills training and other training that they can get an education, can transfer credits to their local schools, even in South Africa, even in Asia and other parts of the world. This is not exclusively, I can't even speak, I get so tired. It's not exclusive to the US. So there will be 65 languages so far that will be going out to the world. So we're now educating across on a global platform. So let's just recap that. We now have it to be able to give peer-to-peer. We have a wallet that's the most incredible technology from the most incredible banking source that we could have, and it's ours to use. That's incredible. We have education for $32 a month on your hosting fee as an example. You can now educate the entire family, and people can start getting those soft skills. They can start getting the education to start moving up in life, because educating people, getting them in the system with banking, and getting them a way to get out of trouble are very important. Now, the last part was what we called our social revolution, and it was starting out much different than what it is. But as luck would have it, and as some of our relationships and how things work out in life, that's where we just developed a partnership, Jerry did, with the Prime Gate Network and the Prime Strategies Network. And Chris, going back to your question a few minutes ago, how is that going to help everybody here? Well, let me tell you about the social revolution, and then I'm going to get into the bits and pieces of it, how that's going to make a difference for everybody's life. And of course, after that, then I'll take some questions so that people can really understand what it is we have. And then before I actually let you answer questions, I want you guys to realize that there is a partnership opportunity that will be talked about before the questions, so that you realize not only is what going to be happening for you individually, but what we're doing for people and the opportunity for you to have a whole different lifestyle. I hope you're listening to this call that gets recorded, and you're on this call, you're really paying attention, because it is huge. And so you're going to want to know. So our partnership with Prime Strategies is we're dealing with Keith Buck. He's the CEO or the chairman that oversees a multitude of companies. And interestingly enough, they're some of the largest companies on earth. But without me getting into all that, let's talk about what we're doing with those products that they're allowing us to be a part of. First one is called Helium. To answer your question, Chris, it's called the Helium box. And it's a hotspot, but it's not a Wi-Fi spot. And there's a big difference. So let me explain that to you. For the last 20 years, these corporations in the world, and a lot of them are in Keith Buck's group of businesses. There's over 120 corporations, and it could be off on the number because there's so many I can't even believe it. And for years, they've been building out software, satellites, and the IoT of things. Okay, they've been building all of this stuff out, where the internet, the satellites that create the internet that we're using right now to talk and communicate on, it's sticking in the sky in the satellite. Now, the part that they've been building out as well, besides putting satellites and spending billions of dollars, putting that in the sky to make sure the Internet of Things, the IoT, work, is they've been putting in sensors. The whole world has. And people manufacture sensors, and they put them in our light bulbs, our fridges, our TVs, our phones, and all of that stuff. And what that does is they monitor all that stuff so they can monitor foods and lights and electrical outputs and everything on Earth. So what's interesting about this is that network is actually in place in every country, every spot in the world, and they monitor that place. So to give you an example, have you ever noticed when you look something up on your computer, next thing you know, it's coming across your MSN page, or maybe you went down to the store and you were looking at stuff or purchased something, and then all of a sudden what you purchased seems to be miraculously coming across your MSN page and you get to buy it? Well, that's because they know what you're buying, they know what you're looking at, because there's sensors in everything. They already know. So this network is not something that we're building. It's actually simply already here. So that is where this LongFi Helium box in the US and our 3 other businesses that encompass the rest of the world take effect. And this is what the opportunity is. When you buy a hotspot for $500, here's what happens. You immediately, they put a geofence. That's like an area on your computer where they mark like a 10 square mile area around your house. And all of the Internet of Things, all those devices in that whole area is now your area because you just purchased it. And so you're going to start earning Helium coin from the sale and the monitoring of all of those devices. That's the simplest way I can explain it to you. Now, when you get the box in the mail, because maybe they're behind, maybe they're 90 days behind the manufacturing, because there's so many people now buying these boxes, manufacturing might be an issue. You don't have to worry, because the minute you purchase it, you start making money from it, and you own that area. That is yours. Wherever's going to be planted at your house, that's your area. That's what's important to understand. Now, when you do get the box, there's nothing to do except for simply plug it in the wall, set it down on the shelf, and you're done. For the next 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, you now own that network, and it's yours, and you're going to make income from that. What the box does is, instead of driving the signals from bouncing off Wi-Fi and satellite to grab all this information that they're already grabbing anyway, what the box does is it grabs all that information in a low radio signal to make it easier to understand. And because of that, it makes the cost of that network go to a negative number, which means you now get to make even more of the profits based on the information that they're using. So there's where the profit comes from. So you might as well call it proof of coverage, but it's just like proof of stake mining. You don't need to understand that. What you need to understand is it generates revenue. Now you own that network, that little 10-mile area in this example, that is now yours. You own that. That's what you've purchased. So you are now part of this global network in the world. And that 10 square miles is yours when you bought that box. And that revenue you get to share in that box, even if you never tell another person about it. That's why I get so excited, because we're now giving people income. But this is not an income disclaimer. I'm going to give you some examples of what's going on in the U.S. on a matured network. So this is not about an income disclaimer, what you're going to make tomorrow. This is, as it develops out, this is what you can start seeing. So a box in the middle of a city where there's not a lot of boxes yet, it's not going to produce as much. But when it gets like in a city of Austin, where there's quite a few boxes, if you go to YouTube, you can see that there's people making 150 a week, 200 a week, some people saying 2,000 a month just for plugging in their box. Oh, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I can tell you, if you could tell me I could buy something, I could sit it on my kitchen table, plug it in, and I can start earning a revenue that I could turn into fiat currency, and I could buy my groceries tomorrow, put gas in my car, I'm in. And that's why I'm excited about it. Now, here's another thing that we're doing. The Prime Network is also partnered with a lot of their products with us. We're just going to talk about 3 on this call. The second product is the Prime Network TV. So, for example, everybody can watch TV for free if you didn't want to pay for cable. So let's talk about how you do that today. Well, on Samsung, on LG, on Vizio, on any TV that you buy, especially a smart TV now, there's always all these apps, including Netflix, Hulu, all these. Those aren't free, those are pay. But there's a lot of apps like Crackle, Pluto, Plex. You get the idea, right? There's 60 plus channels plus your local channels, because then you can watch all of that TV for free. Now, it's not rocket science to figure out. We don't have to pay for TV. We're probably doing it now. But here's what you're not doing. Since we own the broadcast station that actually puts all of those channels out for everybody, when you download our Up to Give TV through the Prime Network, which is the ones putting it all out anyway, you can download it to your TV, your computer, your Apple device, your iPad device, whatever, your ThinkPad device, or your whatever device. It doesn't matter. You can download that. You can now watch TV through the Up to Give network. But the difference is you actually get paid to watch TV. So instead of watching it for free, you get paid. Now think about something. Jerry was talking to all of us on a call yesterday, and I'm going to get that call out to you guys today, where we were talking about some of these services. Imagine where you have hundreds of your friends connected to each other, sharing this incredible opportunity. You get paid to watch TV. Are you kidding? Think about all those guys that might want to upgrade for $25, $29, whatever that fee is. You're going to make $5 a person for every single person watching the TV. That means now they're getting the HBO, the Showtimes, the Cinemaxes, all of that for a much reduced price. So not only are they getting paid for it, but then they're going to get it at a reduced price. And every single person they tell about it, they're making $5 a month. So now they're getting paid really well to watch TV, and they get to watch all of the TVs, and they don't have to pay those high cable bills. Guys, do you understand what an incredible opportunity that is? That is amazing. So let's review real quick. You have a hotspot that's really a low radio frequency collecting information that's getting sold, you're getting paid for. You don't do anything after you purchase it, and you get a daily revenue that turns into a monthly revenue. Incredible. We're giving you money. Watching TV, enjoying it with your family after a long, stressful day, late at night, on the TV, on a plane, whatever it is you're doing for you and your family, or you're getting paid to turn the TV on. That's incredible. That's a second income. And neither one are working together. They're working independently of each other. So you don't have to have the hotspot in order to get paid to watch TV. That is just absolutely amazing if you ask me. Now, the third thing we're going to talk about, guys, is we have a chat network. It's called the Prime Chat Network. That'll be coming through to us exclusively. It's going to be called Up to Give Chat. It's really, really important that you guys understand that. Around the world, we use WeChat or Kakao or WhatsApp or Telegram, and we make phone calls. We do stuff just like we're doing on Zoom. We have big party calls and stuff like that. We send pictures and files and texting back and forth and all of this stuff. Now, what's different about our app versus all of those apps is every single time you use it, you're getting paid to send and receive files and have a phone call. And now you're getting it paid in the same Helium coin. So now you're getting paid to chat, join the conversation. It's really the people's network when you think about it. Prime Networks and Helium say this is a people's network. The reason this is a people's network, your network, is because you now own that section of network. You now own the right to share this once you've downloaded and use it. You now have that right. So all of your teams, as you're sharing this, you're getting paid to watch TV. You're getting paid to chat with your friends for free in any country of the world in 200 different languages right now for free. And you're getting paid to put a hotspot in even before this hotspot comes, just for getting the box. Now, I don't got to tell you, that is an incredible opportunity. So at Up to Give, let's just recap the whole thing. We're giving you a chance to help with people's causes that really need your help. We're allowing people to get banking to really be a part of the world. We're allowing people to get educated to change their families' lives because life has taken place. Look around at what's going on. We now have a way to help people. We do. There's a lot of broken families and things and situations, and we all want to help each other out. But now we can do that. And fourth, our social revolution is giving people the money to do the things that were important. So instead of talking about Up to Give and what's in it for me, I'm telling you what is in it for you and why we should do this, because not only are we giving you money, not only are we giving you these tools to give you banking that's better than the banking you currently have, but now we can get the people that really need the help. And in doing so, we can really enrich our lives. Now, this is going to get us back to this one opportunity that I was talking about or alluded to before I started this call. And I'm sorry, I'm rambling and I'm talking and it seems like I haven't taken a breath. Probably haven't. But here's the real opportunity for you. There was a time in 2009 where you could have bought $1 worth of Bitcoin and it'd be worth $4 million today. There was a time when you could have bought Amazon stock. Pay attention to that. It's that incredible. Okay, and got extremely well off. There was a time when you could have done that with Netflix. There's a time when you could have done that with Facebook. And this is the only time on planet Earth. This is the only network that's above the sky and working, because it's cost tens of billions of dollars. And this network that's already here today has taken 20 plus years and tens of billions of dollars to create. So the question before I get in started on the opportunity is, if this is already here today, think about this for yourself. Do you want to get paid? Do you want to share that and get paid? Do you want to change people's lives by simply sharing and giving this opportunity to them because it's just that simple? Please do, because what we have obligated ourselves to do at Up to Give with our partnership with Prime Strategies is they've agreed to partner with us to give us country licenses. So there's 10 people that are directing traffic to help every single one of you, to help put 10,000 cities, to light 10,000 cities. I'm going to explain that in my layman's point of view in about 1 second, what that really means. We're going to get 10,000 cities to make it cheaper for the network to work, to help this world become greener and more connected, even though it's not really getting more connected. It's allowing us to be a part of that network and to get paid for it while better achieving the goals of helping everybody on the planet. It becomes a greener planet. It becomes a planet more efficient in ordering and services and products. So this is not about garnering your information and doing something nefarious. This is about taking advantage of an opportunity that's in front of you today, this minute, right now. And you just have to make that choice whether you want to do it. But here's the opportunity that was given to us to give to you. And in this statement, before I say that, I want you to realize something, why this is a benefit for all of us. The gift in life is not about the gift you get from somebody, because it's really wonderful to receive those gifts, and they're really needed in every single person, unless we were born with some sort of miracle silver spoon. The gift is that we have ability and people around us that can help us, because we all need it. And the truth is, those are really where the best stories in life come, is where people come together. So the gift is really about who gave us this gift. And Prime Strategies partnered with our CEO, Jerry, to give us the opportunity to get a piece of this income so that we could literally obliterate poverty in the world. And then because of this opportunity, there is a large amount of income that you can make because of it. So let's just get into that real quick, because that's really the exciting part for the opportunity for you. So here's the opportunity. We need to create city developers. and you're going to get offered a city developer license. And let me tell you kind of what that means. Instead of talking about cities, I want you to talk about people. I want you to think about, do you know 10 people that would love the opportunity of getting involved with what I just told you right now? Every single one of you have 10 people. If you told them that they could start receiving money to pay their bills, pay to chat, pay to watch TV, and reduce their overhead, they would do it right now. Now, what if I told you you could pick out a city? So I think, Chris, you're on the phone. Let me use you for an example for a minute in this analogy. Let's say Chris is going to take Beijing, China, and he knows nobody there. This is a real broad example. I'm making it real broad on purpose to give you guys the opportunity to understand why this is important, okay? Now say Chris knows 10 people and I'm one of those 10 people, okay? So he's gonna enroll me and 9 of his friends that wanna get a box and would like to own a city of our own. So all of us are gonna go pick a city. I'm gonna go pick Dallas, Texas, and the other ones are gonna pick, Charlotte, North Carolina, or New York City, or Sydney, Australia, or Mexico City, or Bangladesh, or wherever. He's going to get us 10 guys to choose a city, and they're going to go share with 10 other people in the first 30 days that would like to buy a box and to get an override. Now, what does it mean to get a city? It's real simple. Here's what it means. It means we have a lot of friends that would love to be able to have this extra revenue in their house to help pay their current bill. And I know they all have 10 friends they would love to be able to pay their bills. Now you get the benefit of overriding a city's profit on the IoT of things that's being read, all the TV that's being watched and the movies that are being watched because of it, all of the chatting and texting and sending out messages and calling that are being done, you get to be a part of that. So if you go sign up 10 people that buy a box in the first 30 days and you chose one of those cities, you now get to override for life. That's how you earn a city license. Now, what's important for you to understand is you could go online today through PrimeGate, through Helium, and you could buy a city license. It will cost you $40,000 for you to stroke a check, buy a city, and go get people in that city and override it. You can do that. That the opportunity is, get up to give because of Prime Strategies. If you will honor yourself, because we will give you the $40,000 license if you agree to go get people, to get 10 people that will buy a box and want to share this, we'll pay for the city license for you. You don't have to pay for it. It's just that simple. So not only are we giving you something that's valuable, over the next 5 years, you're going to get paid for every single box that you share anywhere in the world, not just the city you chose, anywhere in the world. Plus, because you were smart enough to go, you know what? I would love to override Charlotte, North Carolina. I would love to override Dallas. I would love to override Tokyo. I would love to override one of these cities. I got friends and family there. Are you kidding? Think about this for a second. When you think about how many things are going on, there are billions of devices in every single city and town across this globe. And it all generates income. And you're being offered the opportunity for a simple $500 box and to have 10 of your friends do this with you, to be a part of this on a massive scale, where you're now getting to override all of these devices that are creating income, and there's no monthly auto ship. This is revenue that you put into your families. You go pay for your cars. You go get your houses paid for. You put food on the table. You get the education. More importantly, you start doing the things in which is important to you, because it's not about a company. I'd have to give, this is not about us. This is about all of us. This is your people's network. This company was always about you. And so that's the opportunity that we have in front of us, is that we can put cash in anybody's pocket. We can go help people we can take our revenues and share with people. So it's important that we put these in some nice places. If you're going to be a part of it, go get 10 people that want to have you. I bet you guys all have 10 people that own businesses. They are parts of churches. They're deacons or pastors of churches, whatever. All of their people in their church, you're going to sit there and not think that there's not a single person in a congregation on planet Earth that doesn't need a little help. I got to tell you, I do. I could really use help, and we all do. So why don't we just band arms together? So what I'm really asking you for in the simplest of terms, what we're asking you to do at the Prime Strategies Up to Give opportunity is to partner with us to obliterate literally poverty, to educate people, to thank people, but partner with us to share this with your friends. Let them override a city. In other words, let them bring in their friends and get a piece of that little pie that makes their world change. Now, guys, there's going to be a point when we run out of cities. Now, here's the fun part around the world. This is the only company on planet Earth that is allowing this situation to happen, where you get to be a part of putting this out to the world. So you're on the front lines of the very first Bitcoin. You're on the front lines of the very first Facebooks. You're on the very front lines of the very first Amazons, where you get a piece of all of that because we get to share what we know. And what we know is how to communicate with people. Take that talent, realize this is not network marketing, but we're networking with people we care about to share this valuable information. So 6 months from now, we all have a life that is so incredible, we won't even believe it. And so I really want you guys to understand this is your opportunity. And you can either choose to take it or not. So I'm really excited about that. But before I start asking questions, I want people to understand something. If you're bringing a city developer, a friend that really wants to take on this opportunity, at Up to Give, and your global leaders that are leading up the city developers with you, if you're going to bring in somebody that really wants the opportunity, but they only want to bring in 3 people this week and 2 people next month, they don't get a license. We're only going to pay that $40,000 out to people that really want to help people. And you really understand this is about sharing and changing people's lives and putting money in. So imagine that we go get 10 people to go get 10 people in the next 18 days before the month's down. And you get a share in a revenue by the 15th of the first checks being paid out by the 15th of the month. Next month, you get to start sharing in that revenue. And that revenue is huge when you start adding it up, because it's, I won't talk about it in this phone call, but I got to tell you, it's not I'll give you an income disclaimer. Go do the math with the people that are inviting you to share this. Don't make this any harder than sharing it in a simple fashion in which I'm trying to explain it with you. There's no hidden agenda. There's nothing that takes it away from you. Once you've qualified for the city override, that contract is for yours for 5 years to get paid on every single person that you touch in every single city that you have agreed to be a part of. Now think about this real quick. What if you brought in 25 of your friends and families and they're overriding 25 cities, plus you're getting a piece of pie in your city? Now you're getting revenue from 26 cities. That math is embarrassing. But let me tell you some more embarrassing math. We're paying for 25 licenses for you plus yours. That means Up to Give in the Prime Networks is giving you $1,040,000 of an opportunity, so you don't even have an auto ship, to get paid on people watching TV, on people communicating, on doing things in their home and in their cars every day, everywhere, right now, and you get paid for that. And we're paying for that if you just agree to go help us to share that. That's how simple this opportunity is. This is why I get so excited, and I've tried to take the time today, Chris, and everybody that's here, to really just try to share it in my layman's terms I'm capable of doing, to share it with you. So as you look at the lights, the LoRa network, and you learn about it, or go to Helium and learn about it, go to CoinMarketCap and look up Helium and click on the website and look at the credible information videos. Everything we're telling you, every single city developer that's talking to you, every friend, in other words, that's explaining to you what I'm doing is telling you this simple story in the best way they can. If you just watch those simple videos, you're going to find out right now there's no hidden agenda except for to help each other to get this out to the world because it's already here. We're making it cheaper to the world. And because we're making this cheaper to the world to communicate, to be able to be a part of each other. You're getting paid for that for the next 5 years. Guys, at the kind of money that those revenues will generate, we're talking life-changing income. Go do those things that are important for your families. Let's take this opportunity to pay off your houses, get our kids through schools, and get ourselves in a better place. And if you don't think people don't need the money, look around. There's not that many jobs right now. There's a changing in the world's economy happening right in front of us. And this is not a U.S. thing. This is not a U.S. political left or right thing. This is a world thing. Look around. Everybody needs this help, and we have to help each other. So I hope that you will join us at the Prime Network, United, the Up to Give Network, to put this out to the world, because we really want to do this. We really need your partnership to do this. And this is why this is so helpful. Because people, every single one of us, we all need this help. And we should be sharing this when this is really available to give to every single person on this planet right now. So thank you, everybody, for giving me this 45 minutes I've been meandering on, or whatever time it is, to try to explain to you what it is we're doing. So, Chris, I think I'll hand it back to you. I've been driving, so I hope that I was clear and everybody got my message. So thank you for inviting me to this call. Thank every single one of you for your time. Your time is the most valuable thing that I can be in front of. I can't thank you enough for this time. Thank you so much.
Wow, Sean, that was really, really informative. And when I called you and asked you to do the call, because there was so much going on and so much chatter about this new thing called Helium, I'm so glad that you had the opportunity and that you were in the vehicle driving to actually take us on a little history trip so that we could connect the dots. And, Sean, there's a lot of people that are going to get this recording that don't really know our history. And that's a fantastic. You have actually connected the dots for all of those people, and it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece of information. So I just want to ask a couple questions that have come in as you were talking, and
Okay.
those questions was, so you mean that Up to Give has a banking solution for people, and they have a giving box for people, and they have an education spot for people, and now they have this thing they call Helium that they could participate in? Are you kidding me? Sean, did we lose you? I think we lost Sean, guys. I think we lost Sean. So he'll pop back in any minute, I'm sure. As he said, he was driving, so I don't see him in our list here. I'm just making sure. There he is. Okay, so he's muted for some reason. He must have got a call. So, Sean, when you get the opportunity, please, sir, um, let us know.
Unmute. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, sir.
Sorry, I somehow I muted myself. Listen, with my big burly fingers trying to hit this small phone driving down the road, it's frightening. I almost scared myself to that. So, well, Helium is just a hot spot. The Up to Give chat is a whole nother income. The Up to Give TV is a whole nother income. Our V code is a whole nother issue. Everybody, we have so much coming for this social revolution and these partnerships to take care of you. I can't even believe it. So please just pay attention. Get back to the person that's talking to you. Make sure you listen to this video, this chat, as soon as it's available for you. Listen to it 3 times. Then make sure you understand this opportunity is here and it's now. And next month, it's not going to be the same. And I bet you say in 90 days, we might have gone through all 10,000 cities. And right now is the opportunity. There is no time to wait. Just like there was no time to wait to buy the stock when it was at the perfect price. Just like there's no time to buy a Bitcoin when it was at $1 would have made you 4 million. This is your opportunity. Take it. It's yours. And we'll willingly help you to take care of it. willingly help you.